Away we go. Let's see if Flores can get a decent enough getaway to defend into turn 1. He appears to already be ahead of the Williams, who's under pressure from the Haas car behind. Is Nardi going to have to go defensive? He is, as Epic Gamer storms down the inside and will steal P2 from the Williams of Nardi, as Flores manages to get away pretty effectively out of turn 1. And Epic Gamer now coming under pressure from Nardi again into turn 3. Is getting very, very busy behind. Epic Gamer doesn't go defensive, but Nardi dives it down the inside, and it's 3 wide behind. There is so many cars going together into turn 3. Somehow Alex has managed to get himself up into P4, and there's a crash behind with Curly, and I think that's Army Danny G as well, as now Alex is trying to look around the outside of Nardi into turn 4. There's no going there, as I think that's Flying Finn as well, trying to look around the outside of Ollie D. That's not going to work either. So as we're about halfway through lap 1, we have Flores from Epic Gamer, from Nardi, from Alex, and they are side by side through the penultimate corner. That is not an overtaking opportunity. Alex runs wide, and Veloce Ollie D sneaks down the inside as well, and he's lost 2 positions in 2 corners there after such a good start for Alex. He suddenly lost it all, and again he's under pressure into turn 1. Is Flying Finn going to dive it down the inside? Yes, he is, and Alex is going to lose another position. And as we go into turn 3, is the championship leader going to go for a move down the inside? Yes, he is. He's got to get past Nardi here if he wants to have a say in the fight for the lead of this race, and he has managed to do that very effectively. And Michael manages to move himself up into P3, not quite close enough to go for a move into turn 1, but it seems like he should definitely be close enough to go maybe into turn 3, if not turn 4. So closing up right up to the back of that McLaren. Can he go for a move on the championship leader into PE3? He has he hasn't won a single race so far this season, but could that be about to change? Ollie D moves up into P3, and he has lightning pace in this race. And let's go back to the leaders, who are so close together. Epic Gamer is all over the back of Flores as we go into turn 1. He's even got the inside. He's ahead before we even get into the braking zone here. He's able to take the racing line, and Epic Gamer moves up into the lead. He's very wide though on the exit of turn 1. That could give Flores a chance to get back into turn 3. He'll have the DRS. He'll move to the outside for turn 3. He can't quite get close enough though. Doesn't appear to have the straight line speed to really challenge the Haas, but he's going to have a much better run and a cutback line as we go into turn 4. He's all over the back of that Haas car. Is he close enough though to go for a move? Turn 4 tends to be a pretty easy corner to defend into, so it would have to be a very special move from Flores to get past. Epic Gamer goes slightly defensive, and that is enough for him to maintain the position. So what's he doing at the moment? He could distance Flores, get out with DRS, and that could be enough for him to potentially win this race. But Ollie D is all over the back of Flores. We said he's the fastest car on the track. Flores is going very aggressively defensive on the straight. That was a little bit strange to see, and they're side by side together into turn 1, and again they are still side by side on the exit, and no one is able to pull ahead. But Ollie with the inside for turn 3, surely that should be enough for him to be able to get that move done, although Flores' straight line speed is enough to carry him back ahead before we get to the braking zone. But this time Ollie D is later on the brakes, cuts off Flores' line beautifully and moves himself up into P2, but he is now out of DRS of Epic Gamer, which could be crucial here. Ollie D does come into the pits, and Michael almost runs into the back of the Haas, but he's going to have a huge opportunity to get past here into turn 1. If not into turn 1, then he's definitely going to be close enough into turn 3. Let's see what he can do though. On board with our championship leader, he is closing so fast the back of Epic Gamer, but decides against going for a move into turn 1. He'd have to sit behind, see if he can get a decent exit, and then go for it into turn 3. He's so close again to the back of that Haas. Is there anything he can do? The Epic Gamer will surely go to the inside to try and defend Michael. Forced to the outside. Is that going to be enough for him to be able to get past? He's slightly ahead in the braking zone. Epic Gamer runs him slightly wide, and they'll be side by side on the exit as well. But Michael pulls ahead with better traction. He doesn't have the DRS though, crucially, and Epic Gamer will be able to come back at him into turn 4. This should be a huge move for the lead of this race. This is all playing into the hands of Ollie D and Flores, as well as Epic Gamer around the outside at turn 4. What a move that is, but they are still going to be side by side as they go into the next left-hander. Epic Gamer finally takes the lead, but Michael tries to get a cutback, couldn't quite make it work. What a battle that is, and again the top 4 are just going to come together, and this battle is looking very tasty. So let's stay with the McLaren then, as he's about to start lap 15 of 36. These guys are the net leaders in this race. He dummies to the inside to try and put Epic Gamer off into the braking zone, but he is so close to the back of the Haas. I'm surprised he didn't pick up wing damage there. He looked like it was almost pushing him through turn 1, but again into turn 3 he has another chance. Can he make it work? This time he's trying to look for the inside desperately, but Epic Gamer does a very good job of closing it off. So the championship leader again has to look to the outside, and that's not really the line you want into turn 3. And again, Epic Gamer, being ahead into turn 4, will have free choice of which line he wants to use. That's going to make it very difficult for Michael to get past, although he switches back to the inside. What a move that is, and Michael takes the lead, although he locks up, and Epic Gamer will get it back into the exit of the corner. And what a battle this is turning into between the Haas and the McLaren. Michael sends it down the inside, a very unorthodox overtaking opportunity, and again he has to sit behind, and this is being defended impeccably by Epic Gamer. But again, he is so close on the exit of turn 1. He's tried twice already. Can he make it work this time? Again, though, he has to go to the outside. It's so difficult to overtake around the outside at turn 3. Can this time he pull it off? Though he was much further ahead into the braking zone. And finally, he appears to have got that move done. But let's go back to Epic Gamer and see if he can do anything about it into turn 4. This time, Michael will be able to go defensive, surely. He decides against it, but he's so late on the brakes and makes a very late move under the brakes to go defensive as well. I think that slightly caught out Epic Gamer, who was unable to make a move stick again. But he's very close into the next left-hander, and again Michael dummies very late to go to the inside, and that is very, very nice defending from the pair of them. But finally Michael's got that move done, and given how close these guys are, that 3 seconds is definitely going to hamper him come the end of this race. But let's see how they continue to fight it out on track then, rather than let the race be decided by penalties. Epic Gamer goes for a huge dive down the inside. Is Michael going to leave his space into turn 3? Yes, he does, but he's going to have better traction on the exit. Epic Gamer is so close though, and with the DRS, surely this should be a fairly simple move. He's gaining and gaining and gaining. He's going for the outside at turn 4. Michael with the inside though, that is definitely the line that you want. He's still going to be on the inside on the exit, and again they are still side by side. Epic Gamer though will have the inside for the next left-hander. Michael, is he going to try and launch it around the outside? That's not really where you want to be, but he is still there on the outside, and finally he has to concede the position. And Epic Gamer, moments after getting a 3-second corner cutting penalty, has retaken the lead of this race. Just to wait and see on that one, as this time Ollie looks much closer to Epic Gamer than he is to Michael, and surely the Mercedes this time could be looking for a move. He's getting very, very close for all 3 of them into turn 3. Ollie has to avoid Michael in the braking zone, and Michael could be losing 2 positions in one corner here as Epic Gamer steams past that McLaren, and unfortunately didn't quite work out for Ollie. That's a minor miracle that he didn't pick up wing damage there, as again Epic Gamer has to go defensive for Michael, who just had so much straight line speed. And now Flores is getting involved as well, and it's 2 by 2 as we come out of turn 4. Michael, I think, is just about going to be ahead of Epic Gamer, but Ollie D, I don't think the same could be said for him and Flores, as they still go side by side. Flores will have the inside, Ollie D slightly wider, but goes to the inside to defend for the next part and remains ahead of Flores in that other McLaren. And could Ollie be close enough potentially into turn 3? It's very hard to go for a move when you have 2 cars in front of you. Actually, it's Epic Gamer looking down the inside of Michael into turn 3, challenging for the lead of this race, and he pushes Michael off slightly, and that's going to allow Ollie maybe to get past the pair of them into turn 4. They are so close together. Ollie though is completely boxed in. He's in the toe of the Haas. He's going to look down the inside into turn 4. He is of Michael but not of Epic Gamer, and he's managed to move ahead of the championship leader, and Michael loses 2 positions in 1 straight race, as Ollie D again is closing so close up to the back of Epic Gamer. Again though, he has to go for the outside at turn 3, which we've seen plenty of times in this race is not where you want to be at all. Epic Gamer being very aggressive and just about fair enough that time, I think, in defending into turn 3, and somehow in all of that he's got the DRS. I have no idea what crookedry he's managed to work to get that, but he's managed to stay ahead, and that has kept Ollie D behind him, and now under pressure from Michael as well. But that was very well defended from Epic Gamer again, who maintains the lead of this race. Again, it's looking very close for the lead here. Ollie D this time he's going to go for a move into turn 1. He's switching it up a little bit down the inside of Epic Gamer. He's ahead before we even get into the braking zone, but Epic Gamer very, very late on the brakes, kind of came back in the second phase of braking there, and that allowed him to close right back up to the Mercedes, and they are still side by side. As Michael, is he going to make it 3 wide here? It is. It's going to be 3 wide into turn 3. Can he get past all 2 of those cars for the lead here? No, not quite, and Ollie D remains ahead, and then somehow Epic Gamer comes out of nowhere, powers round the outside and gets himself back up into the lead, but he's going to be under pressure again into turn 4 from Ollie D. Is Michael going to get involved again here? No, he's not. Ollie D again looking around the outside. Can he get better traction than the Haas car to propel himself up into the lead? And Tim Palm as well, looking to try and get past Michael behind. This is playing into the hands of the Red Bull so well, but Epic Gamer sweeping around the outside of the Mercedes. This time though, he cannot make it stick, and I think for the first time today, Ollie D finds himself up in the lead of this race, but he's now all 3 coming together again into turn 3. And is there any space at all for Tim Palm on the brakes? He almost runs into the back of that Mercedes. It's getting very, very busy as he drifts, and he almost hits the wall, and on the grass out of turn 3, his life flashed before his eyes, I'm sure there. That was almost his chance of victory. Up in smoke as Epic Gamer goes back to the inside into turn 4. This is a huge chance for him to take the lead, but Ollie D again swoops around the outside very impressively, and I think this time Tim Palm could be getting past as well. No, not quite. Then Ollie D again is ahead of the Haas, and they're still side by side, and they are still side by side, and Ollie D though finally manages to stay ahead as Tim Palm launches it down the inside of a high-speed corner. What a move this would be if he could pull this one off. Again, he's going to look to the outside for the penultimate corner. Can he get a switchback, use his superior grip and try and get past that Haas car? And can he go for a move this time though into turn 3, as now we have pretty much 6 cars within a second of each other fighting for the lead. This is unbelievably close. This is certainly one of the best races I've ever seen, as Tim Palm now goes down the inside of Epic Gamer. He's very late on the brakes, makes a little bit of contact with the right rear of that Haas car, And you're going to be able to power past on the exit, surely. Not quite, though, as they both have DRS. That's not going to allow him to get past. Epic Gamer might be able to go back to the inside for turn 4, though. No, not quite. And he's hit the back of Ollie D, and he's gone wide, and that's allowed Tim Palm to get past. And I wonder if he's got wing damage from that, because he hit right into the back of Ollie D. Oh, and Epic Gamer's race goes from bad to worse.
Right.
As we ride on board with Tim Palm into turn 1. He is on the super soft compound of tyres. He has 4 laps now to overtake the Mercedes with Ollie D, our champion from season 14, and he is so close to the back of him. And into turn 3, he's going to be close enough to go for a move. He's already ahead in the braking zone. Can Ollie D do anything about this? They make contact on the exit as well, and that is surely going to be enough for Tim Palm to move up into the lead of this race. Ollie D, though, will have the DRS. He has to come back now into turn 4, otherwise surely his chances of victory are gone here. Tim Palm goes defensive, and that is it. He consolidates his move for the lead and takes it away from Ollie D. As lap 36 of 36, he is so close to the back of Tim Palm in the Red Bull. He can surely smell a chance of victory here. If he can get a decent exit out of turn 1, surely he is going to be close enough into turn 3. Tim Palm is going to have to defend for his life here in that Red Bull. Ollie D looking to the outside. He's on the soft compound tyres compared to the super softs of the Red Bull. Around the outside, though, at turn 3. Can he make anything stick? No, he's going to have to go for a cutback line. He's going to have the DRS again, though, into turn 4. No, the Red Bull has it. The Red Bull has the DRS, but Ollie D still right behind him into turn 4. Can he do anything to try and get past him and snatch the victory here? No, not quite, as Tim Palm is late enough on the brakes, and that has allowed him to stay ahead, and breathlessly he somehow managed to defend there, as there's all kinds of battling going on behind. But I'll stay with these two leaders to say if Ollie D can do anything as the final 2 corners. He is so close behind Tim Palm. Can he do anything to try and prevent that Red Bull from winning this race? I do not think he can. What a drive this has been from Tim Palm. He is going to cross the line surely to win this race, but the Mercedes is so close. Is he going to go for a move into the final corner? Can he do anything? No, not quite. He's going to stick behind him, and he will be behind him across the line. What a race from Tim Palm as he crosses the line to take victory in Austria ahead of Ollie D in P2, and Flores will cross the line in P3 ahead of a whole host of cars. Actually, no, he runs out of fuel across the line, and his 12 seconds worth of time penalties have dropped him outside of the points. Having crossed the line in P3, that is just unreal. What a race. Michael in P3, Alex in P4, and Flying Finn in P5. I need a drink and a lie down after that. It's our second Red Bull winner of this season. That puts him well up in the championship compared to where he was. He succeeded where, unfortunately, his teammate failed, and, well, you have to think, if Deagle Killer hadn't disconnected in that race, that could well have been him.
Yeah, you just got to. It's been such mixed fortune for the Red Bull team today. I mean, in all fairness, given the way the race figured out, it should have been a Red Bull 1-2.
Yeah, it should have been. They both worked their strategies perfectly, and with the group of leaders battling so much, it cost them so much time in the end, and meant that they were struggling so much for lap time and were, well, jumped by the guys on the alternate strategies, really. But there is your final result then from P14 on the grid. Tim Palm claims victory in Austria with one of the best drives I think this league has ever seen, with Ollie D coming home in an impressive P2, with championship leader Michael extending his lead in the championship in P3, with Carl Alex's best result of the season in P4, Flying Finn impressive in P5 ahead of Clarkey in P6, Epic Gamer down in P7, that's disappointing for him, with Nardi from P2 on the grid down in P8, Big C getting points in P9, and then RC Alonso rounding out the top 10 with Williams, Alex, Flores, still can't quite believe that, NTG Freak, Deagle Killer, J Thorne, Army Danny G, and Curly Whirly rounding out the grid.
So far this season.
And on that note, I think that will do it from us this evening. Make sure you go and tune into the Xbox and the PC races later on. I believe the PC race will have already started by this time, but if they go anywhere near matching that one, we will have had one of the best evenings of racing we've ever seen in AOR. But thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you next weekend. Goodbye.